In this episode, we're going to build this reward bar right here, motivating people to unlock free shipping when a certain threshold is being met. And in this episode, I'll cover how to set this up in Shopify and then how to build it in Instant. So let's get started. From within the insert panel and cart, we can find the cart reward bar element. So let's drag it underneath the header. Then we open up the layer panel, and currently you can see that the cart reward bar layer is within the cart items. We don't want that. Let's drag it one layer above in the filled state. Then push it upwards underneath the header, and there we go. And now let's zoom in a little bit more so we get a good view of what we're doing. Before we start customizing this, let's take a closer look at the layer panel so we understand what this element consists of. We can see that within the cart reward layer is a progress text, success text, and the reward bar. And when we open up the progress text, we can see shop, which we see here. Then the cart reward amount left. This is a dynamic value, as you can see right here. And this is based upon what you have created in the amount or the cart reward, but we will cover that later. Now, back to the other text element, more for free shipping. Then with the progress text layer, we can see this sort of half a circle or half a moon icon. And what this means is that there is conditional logic active on this layer. And when we go to the right side of the canvas, we can see a blue dot in front of the settings, meaning something is going on within settings. So let's click on it. And right here, we can see that there is a conditional active. And in this case, the progress text with shop, the amount, and more for free shipping is only shown when the cart reward is not completed. So currently it's not completed. So this text and price element is being shown. And later down the line, we will go in depth into conditional, but for now, it's good to know that whenever you see this icon, there is a conditional logic active. Now, let's head over to the success text. So the success text only has one text element. Currently, we cannot see it because this also has a conditional logic. Let's go to settings, and we can see that the success text is shown when the cart reward is completed. So when we set the cart reward to 100% or completed, we can see this text, as you can see right here. Next up, we have the reward bar. And the reward bar consists of the progress bar, the bar that will progress along this line, and then the reward icon with the icon itself. And that's it for the setup of this element. Now let's focus on creating the actual reward. And for this reward bar, I want customers to unlock free shipping at $50. So let's set this up in Shopify. Right here in Shopify, let's head over to discounts, and here we can create a new discount. So let's create a discount. Then we have a bunch of options we can choose from. But for this one, let's select free shipping, where we can offer free shipping on an order. Now we have a couple of things we can work with. So countries, all countries, purchase type, all purchase types. Then it's for all customers. And now the important part is the minimum purchase requirements. So let's set the minimum purchase amount to $50. There we go. But for now, this is enough. So let's give this a name, free shipping $50. Then let's save it. There we go. Back to discounts. We can now see that this free shipping at $50, there is a free shipping on all products with a minimum purchase of $50 for all countries, and it's active. Now let's go back to Instant. So what we can do in Instant is match this amount with the discount or reward that we have created within Shopify. So currently it's set to 100. Let's change it to 50. And now when we click through 0%, we can see $50 more for free shipping, $25 more for free shipping, and then completed when the threshold is met, which is $50. With that being covered, let's customize this reward bar. First of all, let's drag in a row from within the insert panel right here. And then within this row, opening up the layer panel, we will drag in the progress text, but we will also drag in the success text. Selecting the row again, there is a minimum height of 200 pixels. Let's delete that. And now let's give this row a background color. So we change the fill state to this branded green color. There we have it. And now let's create a bit more space between the outer edges of the row and the content within. And we can do that by changing the inside spacing from 0 to 12 to the top and bottom and 12 to the left and right. Then I also want to create round corners. So let's head over to radius and add a radius of 8. Now we select the reward bar. Currently there is a gap of 12. Let's change this to 20. So there's more space between this row and then the progress bar. Now let's select this icon right here and change it into a different icon. I want to change it into a truck. There we go. Now let's tune the reward bar a little bit more. First of all, we select the reward bar and then we add a black border. Now we select the progress bar itself. This currently has a height set to fill. Let's change it to fixed and give it a fixed height of 6 pixels. Going back to the reward bar, the height is set to a fixed height of 8. Let's delete that and set it to fit. And now let's add some inside spacing so we can create a bit of space between the outer edges of the bar and then the progress bar. So let's add 2 pixels worth of inside spacing to the top and bottom and 2 to the left and right. And this is already starting to look way better. Now this icon right here, the reward icon, let's also give this a border. Currently has a border with an opacity of 10. Let's change it to 100. And then let's move it a little bit to the right. Let's say -2. There we go. So it matches up nicely with the new reward bar. With the reward icon layer selected, we can see that there is a dot in front of interactions. So something is going on and let's click on it. And right here, we can see that there is an active state. And in this case, the active state means the state when the reward is unlocked. So when we click on it, we can see that the active state changes the icon and also changes the color. So let's change the color from green to black. Then we select the icon itself, which also has an active state. And let's change this icon from fill to regular, then look for a check mark, this one right here. Now, when we select the other layer again and check out the active state, we can see that's now black and it has this check mark, and that's what we want. Another layer that has an active state, which we can see right here when we set the reward to 100%, is the progress bar itself. So let's select that layer, and we're right, there is a blue icon in front of interactions. So something is going on, again, an active state. And with this active state, the progress bar becomes green. Let's change it to black so it fits better with the aesthetic that we're going for. Now, going back to this layer, let's zoom out a little bit more. We have customized it. It looks great. And when we change it to 0%, 50%, and 100%, we can see that we've also adjusted the active states. And now there's one more thing that I would like to change, and that is the progress text. So here it says shop. Let's change this into your, and then we have the amount that is left, and then we change this into away from unlocking free shipping. This is just a bit more of an active language. So let's go for that. And now we're done. So thanks for tuning in to this episode. I hope you have a good understanding of the reward bar and how to motivate people to unlock a certain reward. And I'll see you in the next video.